FPL lovers, welcome back to the Focus Shed. It's Monday night. It's been a hectic weekend, as always. It seems to be at this moment in time. Nobody knows what's going on with FPL, do they? If they do, I hope you're on this stream and you're going to join in and let us know, because it has been more difficult than ever to predict what's going on. Simple as that. Right, what have we got this evening then? Anybody on with me? 3 people. Nice to have you on board. Hopefully the streaming is a lot smoother now. You'll have to let me know, because obviously I can't see it. Hey Nathan, mate, how you doing? I got there in the end, eh? Busy day, mate. One of those. I won't even go into it because I'll just bore everybody. But yeah, lovely to have you on board, mate. We'll have a look and see how your week's gone in a moment, and we'll have a look at mine as well. Because that's what I'm going to be doing first. We're going to do a league update, see what's been going on with the league this week, see if we've got a new leader, look at the team of the week. We're going to do league analysis, see if people have been signing, captaining, etc, etc. Get a bit of info from there. We've got at least 5 new members that I know about from the weekend, from the previous stream, which is great. If I've got any of you on board, let me know. That'll be lovely. We're going to have a look at some of the talking points from the weekend. So, what do we do about Man United now? What do we do about Salah and Liverpool players? What do we do about Nico Williams? Is he a good investment at £4 million? Only returned 4 points. He got his assist at last, but still only 4 points against a fixture where you're hoping he's going to haul. But maybe he's a great option, but maybe there's better. Things like that. Is Pickford a good option now? Any questions you've got? Yours gone rubbish, mate. Mine wasn't much better, to be honest with you. We'll have a look and see how that leaves the league looking anyway. I'm also going to have a look and see what's going to be going on this week. We're going to have a look and see who players are signing, which players have caught my eye over the weekend. You let me know as well, because this is a collaborative show. Yeah, let's get on and have a look at the league then, shall we, and see what's been going on. So, we're looking Who Really Loves It. Look, as you can see, I'm currently 16th in our league. I was 12th, so I've lost some ground this week, which is not great news. But we still have Brian at the top of the league with 384 points. So if we go on and have a look at his team first, we had a look last week. Still got Sarr in goal, Ward-Prowse, Foden, captain Haaland. 18 points there. Still only 45 points though, not pulling up trees. No one really was this week, were they? Let's be honest. Let's go and see who our team of the week is. But well done, Brian. Honestly, it's a points thing overall. Great to have somebody at the top of the league. Game week rank 4.6 million. How does that leave you overall now? 669k. So you've dropped down as well, mate. I mean, you were sort of like half 500k-ish last week, 400 something k. So hopefully things are going to be picking up for people as things go on, as we start to try and figure things out, because like I say, it's hard. It feels harder than ever. Does anybody else think the same? So who is our team of the week? Look at this, Gary Tasserite, 71 points. Awesome week. I think that is our team of the week. Let's go and have a look. Gary Evans up to 4th. Evertonian. Game week rank 149,000. I think that's one of the best I've seen for a weekly rank. So well done, mate. Let's see you had in goal. Pickford in goal, 9 points. He was awesome, wasn't he? And I just wonder whether we've missed the boat on this £4.5 million goalkeeper. Everton have got some tough fixtures, according to fixture difficulty rating, coming up. But there's a very good possibility their defence is going to tighten up. Tarkowski and Cody, Patterson, Mikalenko. The defence has just been stronger. Or is looking stronger. Idrissa Gana Gueye came in and looked like he'd never gone away. So that was good. So yeah, well deserved 9 points there, mate, for you. Trippier in defence. I keep looking at him and thinking, why didn't I sign him when Al, with McMoistler's men in the team, he recommended him a couple of weeks ago. I'm still sitting on Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I'm just wondering if it's time to remove Trent and cash in. Subbed in the 58th minute, but we'll come to what's been going on over the weekend. In midfield, captain De Bruyne. Imagine if you'd captained Rashford, but Rashford, I suggested him in last week's stream to people who were looking to replace Rodrigo. Maybe I should have took the suggestion myself, because I brought in Louis Zaha. which obviously I haven't got my microphone in front of me, have I? Oh, just noticed. Always something. Always something. Hopefully that sounds a bit better. Yeah, and I'm not so echoey. Hopefully that does sound a bit better. I'm sat on this other chair, and I've got 2 chairs in here. This one sort of like lends itself to sort of leaning back. Let me just straighten that up a little bit. That's a bit better. Hopefully you can hear me better. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. So yeah, Rashford had a fantastic week. 18 points, 3 bonus, 1 assist, 2 goals. Just what you want, and maybe we've sort of like overlooked him. Possibly. Don't think anyone was bringing in Man United players last week with Arsenal coming up, were they? I know I wasn't considering it. But Rashford was a good replacement for Rodrigo. Haaland, again, 9 points, 3 bonus, 1 goal. Can't stop scoring. Thing is, we're getting to the point now we're disappointed with 1 goal from Haaland. It's like a bad return, but bloody hell. Look at his returns every week. Every single week there's been a return. So anybody who's talking about permanent captain for him, I think it's not the worst thing in the world. For me personally, it's going to be a case of, can you take the captain's armband off him for somebody else? And if that's the case, then great. So yeah, fantastic week for you there, Gary. Built up by, Rashford, De Bruyne, Haaland, Pickford and Trippier, saving your week. 71 points. Great stuff, mate. Great stuff. Right, let's go and have a look and see how the actual everybody's been doing in the league. Let's look at some analysis. See if it's included everybody who has joined in the last few days. So go to the mini league analyzer again. Premier Fantasy Tools. Link in the description below, guys. Let's see. So, Manager of the Week. We've already seen that. We just need to choose the league. There we go. Hopefully everything's a bit quicker tonight. Like I say, let me know. Only time I captained was the Bournemouth game. Oh, gutted for you, mate. Typical, eh? Does that sound better now with my microphone, yeah? You were top of the league early days though, Nathan. So, Gary Evans, we know, 71 points. He climbed 11 places. Just goes to show how close everything is. Biggest fall, we won't take any notice of that because that's just people joining the league. So, Hidden Talents joined the league. Come straight in at 25th place by the looks of it, which is great news. And we're now getting a bigger league, so the analysis hopefully gets better and see what's been going on. Mark Williams had his best transfer, 16 net points this week. Can we see what that was? Let's have a look. 16 net. It's got to be Marcus Rashford, surely. Let's go back to the league. Let's do it this way because that's a great transfer. Mark Williams, mashed potatoes. Well, you can see he went up to 2nd place. 2 transfers. So in Tony, bad news for me there, and Veltman out, Greenwood and Alexander Arnold. So you've given up on Alexander Arnold. Great week to do so when he was subbed in the 58th minute or something ridiculous like that. 58th minute. I think this is going to be something that's ongoing. All good. Cheers, mate. Thanks for letting me know. Always do something. I either leave the mic switched off or I'll leave it sat over there. So concentrating on making sure it's switched on. There we go. It's all a learning curve. So yeah, Trent, you've got rid of him, mate. Maybe I'm going to get rid of him this week. I don't know. I've got a few thoughts, but I'll share those later. But great transfers there, obviously, giving you 16 points. That's what you want from your transfers. You want them to gain your points. Not like me, who I think I may well come up here as the biggest loss. Yeah, here we go. Worst transfer of the week. Paul Livesey, minus 13 net points. Yes, I did transfer out Ivan Toney. Yes, I did read his tweet saying, how you like me now, fantasy managers, which really upset me. But fair play. 13 points lost. Because I brought in Darwin. I wanted to get ahead of the curve. I had my 2 free transfers. Didn't want to lose them. There we go. Most transfers this season. Hidden Talent, 7 transfers. Least Al now, 2 transfers. Have you just done your wild card, have you, Al? Best team value, Dreezy FC, 102 £1 million, which is great. Joined a week later than everybody else. Lowest team value, Gary Evans. Now, this is a strange one. Last week, it was Damien with also a team value of 0. And now, Gary, you've got no team value at all. But you had team of the week, so very well done to you. Not sure what's happening there. Anyway, maybe Mark can have a look at that for us and sort that out. Player highlights. So, most captain last week, not surprisingly, was Erling Haaland at 50% of the team. I'm a bit surprised. We'll see who else has got, who else has been captained in a moment. But the most owned player, Gabriel Jesus, which has increased again because that dropped to 80% last week. So I'm assuming that's the new players and maybe somebody's brought him back in. But another blank. Another blank. Most transferred in was Darwin, so somebody else transferred him in with me. I hope they didn't transfer Tony out for him. And most transferred out, not surprisingly again, was Rodrigo, but only 7 players, so some people holding on to him. So, yeah, so, oh no, the league rank is now, so 26 people in the league now, which is great. Let's have a look and see, give these people a welcome. Let's see which names I don't recognise. So, Ivan, you were on the stream Friday night. Welcome, mate. Great to have you on board. Coming in 3rd at the league. That's great news. The better players we get in the league, the better analysis we get. Helder, welcome. I'm not sure if you were in before. I recognise the team names a little bit more, to be honest with you. Nathan on the stream. Anybody else who's in the league, please let us know. 35 points. Yeah, you didn't have a great week, did you, mate? Lost 5 positions, down to 8th though, but still above a lot of people. I think this season is going to be lots of... Hi Josh, mate. How you doing? Welcome. If you haven't joined the league, do it now because we're just analysing it. Codes in the description below. Usama, 33. So really tough week for people this week. Tom Simpkins, welcome, mate. And is this your brother? Robert Simpkins, father, one of the two. Daniel Strike, also new. People who are on the stream on Friday night, so... fantastic to have you on board. Our Ken Miles, top of our league 2 weeks ago. Just goes to show how tough it is this year. Damien Williams, Gareth, massive welcome to you, mate. And Hidden Talent, big welcome to you. And yeah, so those are the members of our league. So what has that meant in terms of... what we've been doing? So player analysis. Let's have a look at the overall ownerships then in our teams. Who is the most owned and who isn't? So Jesus, the most owned, 92% in our league. Yeah, it wasn't I. Big Nose Monkey 123. Hello, and you. What's this channel all about? This channel, mate, is all about me. Just being here. This is my shed. I come here to basically plan my FPL. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to share any great stuff that I've got with you guys, and hopefully you can share as well. It's about a collaboration. Eventually, the idea is I want to create a winner for FPL. Hopefully me. Yeah, but if not me, hopefully you. That's what this channel is all about. 55 this week. Mate, we need people like you in our league. You've just seen the scores. Get joining. More the merrier. So yeah, this is just about chilling out, team tinkering when we need to, etc. And yeah, getting on with a bit of FPL and getting good at it. The only problem, that shit. Sorry, mate. Someone's got to wear it. So, right, player ownership. Let's have a look. So, Jesus, 92%. Martinelli, 80% now. If you haven't got Martinelli in your team, what are you waiting for? 5 people in the league haven't. I would say I'm not one for giving out recommendations and saying you should sign this player, you should sign that player, because I make mistakes all the time. But I'm just trying to make educated and informed decisions. So, but I will say, if you haven't signed Martinelli, sign Martinelli. Yeah, because he's looking like almost a second striker, even more so than Saka, playing in a much more advanced league. The code is pdvlbm, I think, off the top of my head. But it is just in the description below. There's a link in there as well. Alexander Arnold. What do people think about Alexander Arnold? Is it time to get rid? Because I'm seriously debating it. 7.5 million. He's had one great week. In fact, if we go into anybody's team, we can probably see. Is he in this one? Oh no, see, just got rid. Right, let's have a look at Alexander-Arnold. View information. Look at this. 1 point, 3 point, 0 point, 17 up against Bournemouth. But they're not going to play Bournemouth and they're not going to score 9-0 every week. 2 points, 1 point. Getting subbed off. He was never subbed off. You're on 376 points, top man. What was he saying? You were top 1K last year. My opinion, Man United fan. Where you all laughing, but 4 wins back to back. No, mate, I want to speak about United tonight. So yeah, come stick around because I want some inside information. That's another thing I really want to do. I've not mentioned this before, but seeing there's a few of you on, I want to basically build a pool of people that represent their own football club. Okay, so when we're talking about Leeds, Matt Lowell might want to come on board, give us some stuff about Leeds. FPL Josh might want to come join in, let us know about Man United, because if there's one thing I do is I watch every single Everton game and I can talk to you till the cows come home about Everton. But with all the other games, I'll watch some of them, of course, but I've got a family, I've got kids, I've got life as well, so I can't watch all of it. So I want to build a group of people that want to join in and share what they've seen about their teams. Captain Salah or Jesus for next game week? Someone else has just asked about Captain and Jesus. For me, Captain and Jesus now is off the cards for the time being. If we look at his information, look at this. I'm not overly impressed, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. Great, he's looking fantastic, but in all honesty, apart from this one haul here, this is Man City figures. Jesus, he may be playing in a different role. But for me, I had 2 blanks in game week 3 and game week 4. And I vowed I'm not going to be captaining him until he can convince me otherwise through watching him. It's just not going to be happening. So for me, Jesus is off the captain list, but he's in the team list still. FPL Josh says Salah, top 1K last season. So I'd say go with what Josh is saying. That's happy days. Right, so we've just been looking at league update. I do get distracted. I captained Haaland last week and game week 5-6. I think the best teams I've seen when I've been perusing are the ones that have captained Haaland every game this season, if I'm going to be totally honest. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. By all means, I'm sure there's people out there who've moved it around and captained Alexander-Arnold on 17 points and Rashford last week on 18. But you think Salah kept in game week 7. So yeah, this is our ownership anyway, guys. Let's have a quick look. So Alexander-Arnold, Haaland, he's moved up 69%. I still expect that to increase. Andreas on the same amount of teams as Haaland, which is just mental. Just goes to show what great value he is. Salah, that's dropping. That's dropping and dropping. I just wonder how many more people are going to drop in. Cancelo, Ward, that's dropped as well. And then less than that, it's all the 50s and below. So almost not quite differentials, of course. But Nico Williams, I'm not sure what to do about Nico. Hey, mate, the code is pdvlbm. I think. Every time I get asked, I doubt myself, but I'm pretty sure it's pdvlbm. But if not, it is in the description. Camo, mate. Happy days. So, what's Josh saying here? Shame I captained Salah game week 4, but guys, don't let that dishearten you on Salah. It was a one-off against Bournemouth. He was still expected 5xG. Okay, mate. Well, I'm going to go and have a look at some stats on Fantasy Football Hub in a minute and see if Salah is somebody that we should be considering keeping or selling. What do you think? Is Salah a keep? Is he essential or not? Let me show you a poll I did on Twitter. This was before the last game week. Let me just get rid of this. I don't do much on Twitter, to be honest with you. But I did put this poll out, and it did get a few responses. But this was last week. Is Mo Salah essential? This was the 27th of August, so before last game week. Yes, and it was only 32 votes, so it's not the biggest vote in the world. But it's pretty 50-50, to be fair, isn't it? But more people saying no. What do you think? pdvlbm. It is, Nathan. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Ah, fantastic. Nice one for joining, Josh. More the merrier. So, is he essential? What do you guys think that are watching? Let's go there. Let's go there now. let's go and have a look at some statage. Now, I do know last season, Mo Salah, first 16, because I looked at this before, first 16 game weeks, 160 points, average 10 points per game. It was after that, he was pretty not very good, shall we say, in terms of his standards that he's set himself. And then obviously he's not been the best so far this season, although he's still turning over some, still turning over numbers. Let's have a look then. Up the stats. So let's go last season. Let's go second half of the season. Per 90 minutes, because it's quite a good range. If we go mids. By the way, I haven't done this. Or I might have done pre-season. Right, it's had the low minutes players. By the way, this is, for those of you not using it, this is Fantasy Football Hub. It is a subscription service, although they do have lots of free elements to it as well. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could subscribe to it, because the link is in the description below. So, as we can see, last season, best performers from the second half of the season, De Bruyne's right up there, Son's up there, Bowen, Salah, Barnes. Let's look at expected goals per 90 minutes. It was Salah, to be fair, 0.86. Right up there, this is for midfielders. Son, who obviously ended up as the Premier League's top scorer last season. Okay, 0.52. So he did still hold his expected goals together. Expected assists. See, he was second on that as well. And this is when he didn't return as many points as he has done previously. Okay, what about this season then? I thought he'd not done as well as that, if I'm going to be totally honest. So this season, game week range, all of it. So let's look at expected goals. Zaha right up there, Rodrigo, Gordon, Martinez. Haven't got a limit on the money here, have I? No. It's McAllister, Luis Diaz, Salah. Now that is a massive decrease. What are we in, 6 game weeks in? He's played all of them. Now I'm not saying he's a worse player. I do think he's missed 1 or 2 sitters, if I'm going to be honest. But I just think the team are playing slightly different. He's not looking as close to goal. And I think with Darwin coming back in, he's not going to be as close to goal. What's his expected assists looking like? Is he creating more opportunities for people? Not as many as De Bruyne on 0.7. Not even in the top 10. Here we are. 0.29 expected assists. So he's not where he was. He's not where he was. What have we got? What are people saying? Thoughts on the wild? Same, I switched on to Haaland last minute. Yes, mate, very much so. I think for me, Haaland, like I say, he's the captain. Rayner's in the league. Thanks for the opportunity. No problem at all, mate. What's Camo saying here? Honestly, you could take a couple 1 week punts, then wild card game week 9. You could do, mate. To be honest, I went on an early wild card. I don't know what. It depends on your team and how it's looking, I suppose. If you're dropping down leagues and feel like you're chasing, and you've got about 5 or 6 transfers you really want to make and think that's going to make a difference, then yes. If you haven't got loads of players you're wanting in your team, or loads of injuries, then maybe hang off a bit till after the international break. That was my original plan, international break, but I just couldn't wait that long. Simple as that. So for me, I don't think, personally, my opinion, Salah is essential moving forward. I think people are selling him. Let's have a look and see what the sales are looking like. Is he getting sold? Second most transferred out player this week. Still only 302,000 transfers, but it is still early days. Still owned by 49% of people, so it's not like he's low owned. It'd still hurt you if he returns. He has got his history over the previous season. We mustn't forget this. Look, 303 points, 259 points, 233, 231, 265. I saw a tweet from Andy, Let's Talk, the other day, saying that basically if he carries on with the same points, he'll still end up on 240. So it's not supposed, you know, so it's not just, you know, of course, I'm too busy reading what's on the screen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, yeah, game week 4. I mean, for this year, you could take. So, Isaac's a great punt. I think so too. I've got my eye on loads. I'll put a watch list together in a minute. Right, who's performed? Who's performed last week then? That's what I want to have a look at. Let's just go game week 6 and see which defenders have been the best very quickly. So, in terms of expected goals, because I want attacking returns, Sessegnon again. Keep ignoring Sessegnon because I just think he's not going to be playing for long. Am I overlooking that? Sharp, not for me, I don't think. Expected assists really low. Central defender, I like my fullbacks. Walker. Expected goal 0.33. What about expected assists? This is the player I'm interested in. Dalot. Yeah. This is the one I'm thinking of cashing in Alexander-Arnold for and putting £3 million in midfield. Estupinian is not on my watch list, mate, because he didn't even start, did he, the other day? What was I say? So not justifiable for me. 13k? No. Chelsea and Wolves defence is appalling. I think the Chelsea one will tighten up. I just don't think. No, the Bournemouth defence was appalling and he didn't score there. That could be why, Josh, mate. Right, let me get my team up then. Let's go and have a look at that. One thing at a time. I get easily distracted, by the way. So if I do go off and say I'm going to do something and I don't, just put it in the comments and I'll go back to it. It's not a problem. So points, me last week then, how many points did I get? 42. So just below the average. Not the best of weeks. Like I say, I took out Tony, my transfers last week. Here you go. Brought in Darwin and Zaha for Tony and Kulusevski. I thought Kulusevski might get a rest. But I needed to sort of like, basically it was like a funds thing. I wanted to bring Darwin in before a rush, I thought. He was one of the players a wild carded for early in the game week, early in the season. So Tony was only brought in as a short term, and I think there's a lesson for me to be learning from that, to be honest with you. I think the player was in my mind. I was going to be bringing him back in, but maybe I should have looked at it a little bit more and gone, maybe I just need to hold a week, and maybe burning a transfer wasn't the worst thing to do. There was somebody who recommended to me on stream, can't remember who it was, Friday night, maybe keep hold of Tony, bring in Zaha for Kulusevski. Although I am already regretting Zaha, to be honest with you. I really am. But yeah, I've got Sanchez in goal, 1 point. Then my defence, I brought Nico Williams in for the week, thinking he might get a great score. I know our all-time best like ranked player in our league captained him last week, but didn't return because he was expecting a haul. And then just look at this, big at the back. It's one of those, you've got to stick with it, I think, and take the hauls and take the low points with it at the moment, as these teams are sort of like settling in. But how long can you do it for? I certainly don't think I can do it much longer with Trent. Martinelli, 2 in midfield. Okay, he didn't return it, but that goal, how was that disallowed? De Bruyne, he's my Salah replacement, 7, doing all right, still getting returns. Looking at the highest expected assists. Zaha, should have known he wasn't going to return for me. He's always been a trap. Every time I've had him, he doesn't do well. So expect him to completely drop off the face of the earth now. And then Jesus and Darwin. These are like, supposed to be top strikers. Again, I'm not sure about Jesus moving forward. What's everybody else's thoughts? As we looked at before. He's just not returned very well. 3 goals in 6 games. 2 assists. Yes, he's had that one great game against Leicester, but I think anyone gets a great game against Leicester at the moment. They're looking absolutely terrible. I mean, I'll be surprised. Possibly Rodgers has been sacked today. I don't know. If not, it's coming. Surely. Yeah, I don't know what to do about Jesus. The fixtures are turning. What are their fixtures looking like? Everton next, Brentford, Tottenham, Liverpool, Leeds, Man City. I don't think they're as easy as they're made out to be. Brentford are looking good. Everton are tightening up. Might not be scoring loads of goals, but certainly tightened up. That'll be a derby. Could go either way. That could go either way. I'm not so sure he is the best player to have at this moment in time in your teams. Not when there's some value to be had as well, with the likes of Isak coming through now. Mitrovic. Don't captain Martinelli. No, don't. I don't think so. Too much of a risk at this stage. Replace him with Mitrovic. What are people saying? Not wise to sell Salah. If one sell, then maybe Diaz or Jota or Nunez or Firmino as replacement, depending on the Champions League starting 11. Yes, that's a great point. I will not be making any transfers this side of the Champions League football. My transfers will be coming Thursday night, price increase or not. Yeah, but tonight we'll have a look and see what we're sort of thinking. Replace him with Mitrovic. Yeah, I think so. He just keeps returning, doesn't he? He just keeps returning. He actually looks like a good player, not just taking lots of shots. And they were like, I remember I had him last time I had him in when he came up with Fulham. I remember having him and just remembering his stats looked amazing, loads of shots, but they just weren't good enough. But this time, I don't know. Marco Silva seems to be getting the best out of him, and they're playing a different style of football. So maybe Mitrovic is the one to go to. He's not massively owned in our league, is he? What was he owned at? Where is he? Where's he come in? Mitrovic. 3 of our teams. So what we all miss? Why are we all saying? Have we all been burnt before? I don't know. Says the Everton fan. Which bit, mate? No offence. I see Salah 2 goals. Jesus 1 next week. Yeah, possibly, mate. Possibly. Don't forget, I am an Everton fan, mate, but I brought Darwin in this week because I thought he would end up scoring. So I'm trying my best to be as unbiased as possible. It is difficult. It is difficult, but I'm trying my very best because it messes me up sometimes. I bring in Everton players that I shouldn't. And I mean, early in my FPL career, you know, I remember... I remember having no Liverpool players in my team because I just couldn't do it, but that had to stop because I just kept getting beat. Captain Salah, Camo. Right, let's have a look at the predicted points for this week. So, according to the Fantasy Football Hub, predicted points for game week 7. Yeah, Josh is hitting the nail on the head. Salah's predicted to score more points than anybody, 7.7 points. This is obviously based on fixtures, form, etc., history, which he's got the history, Salah, absolutely. Martinelli, yeah, maybe this is why people are considering captaining him this week, but I don't think he's the one. I don't think he's captain material quite yet. Saka, maybe he's coming into form. Jesus, no, I'm just not happy captaining Arsenal, to be honest with you. Alexander Arnold's predicted to get 6.2, and I'm talking about possibly selling him. Yeah. Spurs City tough. It is what a tough one, isn't it, mate? To be honest. I thought Haaland was going to get another couple of goals after he got that first one. Did anybody else? Sterling 6.1 points. Luis Diaz 6 points. So these are your highest predicted points. Brennan Johnson 5.9 million forward. There are some cheaper forwards coming through. So yeah, those are your highest points predicted players coming this week. And obviously your captain, you want your highest points player to be in that position. But we will have a look at that probably on the Thursday night stream in a little bit more detail. Right, let's talk about the weekend then. Let's talk about the weekend, because there were some fantastic games over the weekend. 0-0 Everton Liverpool. Now, Nathan Patterson for Everton. Good asset. I think he is. £4 million. He's looking better and better. He was last on my bench this week. This just goes to show sometimes my bias goes the other way, unfortunately. There he is, 6 points on my bench, because sometimes I don't believe in my boys because they've let me down so many times. Matip's a better option than Robbo. Well, he's getting more starts and playing more minutes, isn't he, Josh, mate? Happy days. Brentford, well, we know what Tony did. Who got the bonus here? Pickford got 2. Gomez got 3. Alisson got 1. So all the defenders. Pickford had a fantastic game, didn't he? He really did. I just don't think his fixtures moving forward are that good, to be honest with you. Brentford 5-2, obviously fantastic sort of like result for Brentford. They've got some great fixtures coming up. Look at the fixture difficulty rating. They could be a team possibly to, now I've just sold Tony, duh. There could be a team to invest in. I like the fixture difficulty rater on this one. This is my favourite. I think things are moving a little bit faster now. I've got the new processor in the computer. See, I'm not taking on gross. I don't know why it is. I'm not taking on gross there, Big Nose Monkey. I don't know. So, as we can see, next 6 game weeks, if I make this slightly wider, I'll be able to see a bit more. There we go. Next 6 game weeks, Brentford, attacking wise, fantastic fixtures. Let's put the more details on, because this fixture difficulty rating gives how hard the fixture is, sort of like it ranks them all, which is why I like it. Leicester have got some nice fixtures. Can they capitalise though? Drops a half a Trossard. Do you think, mate? See, I'm thinking. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'll come to that in a sec. Brentford, Man City have got some good fixtures in attack. Fulham have got some. So maybe Mitch after Chelsea game, maybe it is time to. What we're looking at for the next 10. Let's go for the next 9 game weeks, because that'll take us up to the World Cup break. Let's re-rank them. Brentford, best fixtures in the fence. This is probably, well, this is live, isn't it? So this is basically based on their last weekend as well. Better than Man City. Arsenal still got some good fixtures in attack. Leicester, Leeds, Newcastle, Fulham, and then it gets much trickier. Look at this. My poor Everton all the way down the bottom, 19th. Based on form, can't argue with it. Man United, 15th. See, I'm really interested in Man United players. Tell you I'm interested. Let me go and show you what I'm thinking this week if I was going to do a transfer, possible transfers. So I've got 0.5 in the bank. Possible transfers I'm thinking are, let me make this slightly wider again, because I'll get the things up on the side. There we go. There it is. Right. How's that looking? I'll make it slightly bigger here for you guys. Better picture for you. There we go. So my thoughts are, I have a couple of thoughts. Players I'm willing to sort of like remove and replace are Nico Williams, possibly. And I've got 0.5 in the bank, so I could take Nico Williams out, and in for him, I could quite easily, or the player I'm thinking of bringing in is this man here, Dalot. I've been watching and I just think, yeah, now is the time. That would give me a straight swap, and it actually, I think, gives me a 4th defender to actually be starting with. A debate between him and Patterson on a weekly basis, more than likely with Dalot coming through. I like the way he does that thing where he switches the ball from left to right as he's running past. I've seen him do it a couple of times. And somehow he ended up on the left-hand side of the box, running in from there when he's a right-back, which was very bizarre. But just shows he wants to get forward, he wants to attack. And I like those sort of players in my fantasy football team. I really do. And if I can not pay the premiums for these and find them, then that would be great. So that's one consideration. Another consideration is to keep him as my £4 million player, because they're just benching. I'm playing 3 at the back at the moment, and take out Alexander-Arnold and bring him in. And then that gives me another £3 million. And if I were to do that, I may well take a hit. Let me show you what I would do. I'll put the lot in for him there. And this player here, Da Silva, I would look to replace with... Not the one for Bournemouth. This man here. Cheeky little punch on Anthony from Man United. I love the way he finished that goal. Does anybody else, as he was doing it, it looked like he was going to hit it to the right, and then somehow he just managed to swivel his body slightly to the left like that, and boom, just played across the keeper, and he had no chance of saving that, did he? Just stroked it home. So that was his first game at Old Trafford. You know, I want to see what he can do, to be honest with you. Paul, I have already used my wild card. No, I'm not using my wild card at all, mate. It's already gone. Week 2, couldn't wait. I have a history of it. I think I was too conservative in my first game week team. So yeah, that's another option for me this week. I'm seriously considering at this moment in time. Dalot and Anthony for a hit, because I've taken none this season so far. Reason... That would still leave me with 0.5 in the bank, actually. So no major rush. Might not even need to take a hit to do that. Maybe just bring Dalot in for Alexander-Arnold. So that's one thought. Another thought. Let's put this back to how it was, so I know I'm... Another thought I had was maybe I made a mistake with Wilf Sahar. Maybe he is that trap. What's his fixtures looking like? Say 12. He's got Man United, Brighton, Chelsea, Leeds, Leicester, Wolves, Everton. So he's got some... The next 3 are tough. Mate, you've had a fantastic season last week, mate. Absolutely fair play. Exactly, played 689 last year. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Privileged to have you on, Josh, mate. Privileged. Thank you. Sahar to Anthony. What do you think of that? That's what I think I need. That's where I'm sort of at this week. So there's that option. And the other player I'm not totally convinced with at this moment in time is Jesus, which is just madness to think I'm actually saying that, to be honest with you. But I'm thinking like maybe a Mitrovic or an Isak, or maybe even bring Tony back. Anthony will dominate them. Yeah, I think he will. Mate, he looked awesome, didn't he? He looked absolutely awesome, to be fair. Are you a United fan, Josh, or Liverpool? I think you said earlier, possibly. United, was it? Are you signing Anthony, Josh? Interesting. So those are my thoughts for the week. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm not even saying this because I think Anthony's class anyway. Camo finished 712 last year. Nice one. Who do you support, Camo? Yeah, no, fair dues. Fair dues. Like I say, I watched him and I got that feeling. I want him in my team straight away. Wish I could go no transfers. We'll soon. There's a part of me that I should have done that last week, without doubt. I should have done that last week. You know, losing all them points was just crazy. Yeah, everyone has Jesus, so it wouldn't necessarily affect your rank if you decide to keep him. I don't think he's my biggest sort of issue at the moment, to be honest. If I put these in sort of like list order. Oh, why doesn't it do it the same as it does it on the app? Where's form? CP, what's that? Current price, selling price, purchase price, form. So as we can see, Who's in the worst form? Patterson, but he's been on my bench. Nico Williams been on my bench. Alexander Arnold, it's just that one game though, wasn't it? But total points 24. I suppose that's what counts really. James on 23. I'm happy with James. But he did miss a game, and I did bench him for that, to be fair. Cancelo, I'm happy with that, 33. Martinelli, 36. I think I've done a boo-boo bringing Zaha in, looking at them fixtures. Man United, Brighton, Chelsea. That could be my transfer this week. The player I brought in last week could go again, to be honest. Look at that, Haaland, 67 points. Wow. I said it before, he could be the best yet. Just because this 78% for me, Jesus overrated after Everton. I think he is. I'm thinking about transferring Eze when they get easier fixtures. He's in a couple of teams in our league. How's he been performing? How's he been performing? Let's have a look. Because I was looking at... is he still 5.5? Let's go 5.6 just in case. So I was looking at these mids the other day when I was looking for Rodrigo placements. So best point scorer McAllister at Brighton. He's on penalties, isn't he? So it's not about his assists. His expected goals are right up there. Fair play. So maybe we're all overlooking this man. He's played every game, every minute. Eze, he's played every game as well, to be fair. Not every minute, though. He's been subbed off. 6 shots. Who's shooting the most? Looks like McAllister. No. Gordon for Everton. Didn't want to say. Thought he might be. On target, 13. Inside the box, 13. Big chances, 3. Expected goals, 3.06. Still at 5.5. We've got some tough fixtures, though. He tops the list at the 5.6 bracket. For expected goals, as it doesn't even make the top 10, mate. Or 20. What about expected assists? Eze, he's the top of that, mate. So fair play. Assists deliver points as well. Still at 5.5, yeah. Expected points. Gordon, March, McAllister, Almiron, Gray, Souček, 24.46 altogether. He's on 22. Puts him level with like Gordon, March. So I think he's Wisser. He's there or thereabouts with a number of other players. I don't think personally which one of those you own is. I think McAllister's the standout player at 5.6 at this moment in time, to be honest with you. Looking at those sort of stats. What do you guys think? Gordon's overrated. I think he is a little bit overrated, but he did have a couple of nice finishes, and what he has got is he seems to have some determination and, you know, a willingness to fight. We'll see if he's overrated as the season goes on, I suppose, but two goals this season, not bad. I say his expected goals are up there. Possibly, I mean, 60 million. I was very happy to take that, if I'm going to be totally honest. But we've still got him. What about Bailey, game week 7? Well, Bailey typically returned, didn't he, last weekend again? Who were they playing? Who was it? I can't remember now. But yeah, Man City, of course. Yeah, typically Bailey is the one that comes on and gets a return. Yeah, just poetic. The amount of people watching him score that goal, crying into their beer, will have been a lot. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Got himself a bonus point as well. So maybe he's got starts coming on. Maybe he is turning into the player we all thought he was going to be pre-season. That's the problem. Sometimes you've got to wait to hit that form, haven't you? But maybe he is. Maybe Aston Villa that will be their turnaround game, because that's their best result of the season, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, they beat Everton, but hey, I'm not going to say it. Right, guys, I think that's pretty... Oh, Penguin's just joined in. Hello, mate. You were crying inside, mate. I bet you were. Unless anybody's got any more questions, I think I'm going to move on now. My voice is going dry. I'm going to go get myself some tea. Planning, when's the deadline this week? Let's look at transfers. So it's a Saturday morning deadline, so I'll be looking at doing a Friday night, unless I'm determined to do my transfer Thursday because of price changes, in which case I'm fully intended to do all my transfers live this season. I'll do a stream again Friday night with those that are sorting their teams out. Get Anthony in. I think so, mate. I think that is where I'm lying. I think, wasting money in defence, Trent can still deliver. I think Zaha was a bad choice looking back. I think Darwin is going to deliver for me in the future. I don't think that was a bad choice. I just did it a week early. I should have waited. Penguins 60 points this mate. Wait, mate, brilliant. Went up a million places, up to 1.7. Brought in McAllister. Just been talking about in Penguin. I don't know if you were here for that. Just been talking about possibly he's one of the best sort of 5.6 options that are down there. We were talking about Bailey, but maybe he's a better option. We shall see. 55.1 million rank. I make vids too. Love your vids, Penguin. Oh, fantastic. I'll stick around for a bit. If you guys want to chat, stick around for a little bit more. Why not? This is what I want to be. I'm going to have a bit of a drink though, and I'm going to get my vape out my pocket and have a little go with that. Oh. Yeah. What do people think about the other Liverpool players then? I think have we got any Liverpool fans on? Other Liverpool players that are... We've talked about Salah. I think it's one of those that is going to split opinions. But what about the Luis Diaz's of this world? What about the Trent Alexander-Arnolds? Wow. 96 for your brother, mate. No triple captain or bench boost. That's amazing. That's right up there this week, isn't it? Right up there, that. Must have been in the top sort of 10k like players, without a doubt. Harrison has been absolutely awesome. He got subbed as well, didn't he? Where have I just seen that? Shy. I've just seen that there, but not here. Harrison has been an absolute horse. I'm not swearing on it. The last 3 games he has, mate. He's not a player for me. Leeds are very much a team. I think, are they doing well at home, but not so well away? Can we click on Leeds? Can we do that? I don't think we can. Let's have a look. Who are people transferring in this week? That's what I wanted to look at, actually. Go back to the status. We had a quick look. Who are people across the community, across the FPL world with more than 10 million players now? So top transfers in this week. See, people are going United. Rashford's right up there. I'm not surprised after his 18-point haul. It's just whether he gets another one back-to-back. Trippier in defence. Is that people who are selling Alexander-Arnold, downgrading to Trippier? Tony, people are bringing him in after people sold him last week. Anthony, people are taking the punt 1 game in. Gross, people are still going there. He's going to be in loads. How many teams is he in now? 27%. Pascal Gross. He's not even on the penalties. Remember when we had him a few years ago? He was on the penalties then. Yeah. Tony. Who else are people bringing in? That's just McAllister. People are going for Pope. Newcastle's fixtures have turned, haven't they? Got a great set of fixtures. Sort of like up until the World Cup, really. Man United and Tottenham, the tough ones away. Be why people are going for Trippier as well, I suppose. Mitrovic, still only in 24% of teams, but look at his history. Look at it. Every week, apart from this one where he missed a penalty. Yeah, he missed a penalty that week, didn't he? But he still had a penalty. Could have returned that week as well. Put your hand up if you're sleeping on Mitrovic. That'll be me. He might be my Jesus if he carries on in a couple of weeks' time. Zaha, people still transferring Zaha in. Haaland. He's going to be over 80% by the end of the week, isn't he? Luis Diaz. Interesting. Dalot, I thought more people would be going for Dalot, to be honest with you, at 4.5. Man United. They've got some tough fixtures. They've got Crystal Palace. They've got City in a few weeks. Everton, Newcastle, Tottenham, Chelsea. It's not the easiest run of fixtures, is it? But 4.5s. Get him in game week 9. Is this Dalot? Oh, Pascal's on set pieces though. Yeah, true. Should I get Bailey and March and lose 4 points? Great move, Camo. Okay. Thinking about getting Kane's. They'd go back to Kane. They've got some good fixtures. I thought their fixtures turned around about now. Oh, yeah, they definitely do. Man City. That's going to be a tough one. Not this week, mate. Definitely keep Mitrovic, I'd say. Mitrovic is the one moved him forward. Kawanda, wonderful. Is double at Brighton worth the goal or just one needed? Which two are you talking about, Kawanda? I hope I'm saying your name right. I do apologise if I'm not. Diaz, good home stats as well, yeah. I don't think Harry Kane's the one. I think we've already established that it's just too much money, isn't it? He's you know, we're not going to be captaining him. Then why would you spend that amount of money? I'm also considering cashing in on De Bruyne at some point, but he's not a big one for me. Isaac now in 4% of teams, £7 million. Bournemouth coming up next week. Maybe it's Jesus to Isaac. I think that's next week though. I think that's next week because Jesus has got. Who have they got this week? Everton, and then Brentford away. That'll probably be a tough fixture, to be honest with you. All good stuff. Get Mitrovic's fixtures up, of course. So yeah, I see Chelsea this week, but then he's got Notts Forest away, Newcastle at home, West Ham away, Bournemouth at home, Aston Villa at home, Leeds away, Everton at home. So yeah, he's got some great fixtures, and if you look at his history, let's be honest, he's played Liverpool and got a massive score. Played Brentford and got a score. Played Arsenal and got a score. He's played Tottenham and scored a goal. Is he fixture proof? It's a big one to say. You've got Gross and McAllister. For me, I don't really like to double up on teams unless I believe they're going to be challenging up the top end. But they're both great value, I suppose. We just seen how lots of people, for example, and this is my point I make, lots of people doubled up on Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold beginning of the season. Both great players, both going to return this season. But problem is, if they don't return, there's two players. You know, if that team struggles for a couple of weeks, for me, that can really bite into your team and really affect it. So I'm not so massive. Certainly, two midfielders from the same team, maybe different positions, possibly, but I wouldn't go double up. What does everybody else think, though? Those are just my fixtures. I mean, Brentford have got the fixtures. As you can see, for the next night, I think it'd probably be 10 game weeks because it'd count all of them, wouldn't it? 10 game weeks, rank. Overall, Fulham ranked 6th for their offensive fixtures. Brighton, as you can see, ranked 9th. Gets a bit tough here. So if you've got Liverpool, Trossard and Gross, you've got Liverpool, Tottenham, Brentford away, that'll be tough. Okay, they've got Forest, but then they've got City. That's really... And then is that Chelsea? It's really sort of... let me minimise it so I can get a little bit more on the screen. No, let's go back again. There we go. Man City, then Chelsea. So a real nasty set of fixtures for Brighton. I think this is part of the reason I decided against Gross, to be honest with you, when I was looking last week. Yeah. Welbeck's a good point. You'd keep Mitrovic. Yeah, I'd without a doubt keep Mitrovic. As we've just seen, he's returned every single week. Aaron Hickey. Let's have a look. Aaron Hickey, he's playing for, let's have a look. Transfers. How's he been doing? Got to be honest, not somebody that has, I got the maximum number of defenders. It's not somebody that's sort of crossed my radar. 9 points this season. It's not just about points. He's played every single game. I'd say the thing is, Brentford, if we look at the fixture difficulty, change this to defence. Let's see where they come. In terms of defence, they might have some good offensive fixtures. In terms of defence, going to really they're sort of like 13th. Brentford defence isn't for me, to be honest with you. Got Southampton, then they've got Arsenal at home. That's a tough one. Newcastle, Brighton, Chelsea. I wouldn't be invested in them at all. But to be honest with you, maybe game week 9. I don't know if you can delete what game weeks here. I think you can only do the next however many game weeks and then all the game weeks. But yeah, there's a lot changing in game week 9, isn't there, Josh? Think it with your head, not your heart. Yeah. I need people that think with their head, mate, on this stream, yeah. I'm trying my best to do it. Right, guys, I think that's me done. Yeah, I'm dry. I need to go and eat something. Like I say, Friday night's the next planned stream. I'll put a couple of videos together, possibly between now and then. And if I'm going to do my transfer Thursday night, then I shall let you know and do a stream then as well. Thanks for joining me. A massive thank you to everybody who's joined the league recently. Just so you know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now's the time to do it. Just go and have a look and see how many subscribers I've got, because I'm targeting 100 subscribers. And in the corner here, there is a reward for you guys and punishment for me when I get there. I've got this bad boy here, just taking things a little bit off. Got another couple of guitars. It's out of tune right now, but I am planning to write and create my own FPL song of some sort. Might be based on the week, the season so far, a bad decision I've made, I don't know, but I'm going to write some sort of FPL song when I get to 100 subscribers. So let's see if that's happened this evening. If you haven't subscribed, let's do it now, and I shall go and see. Let's get a new page up here. How many subscribers we now have to the channel. It was 83 before we started. Let's see if I've got to record this in the next week. So 86 subscribers. Oh, that's horrible. Don't want to be listening to myself. 86 subscribers, so 3 new subscribers. I don't do the UCL fantasy, mate. I haven't got enough time. Wow, I've got a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old trying to work as well. And I'm married also, so yeah, no, I just have no time to do UCL Champions League. Absolutely not, and I certainly couldn't put this amount of effort into it. It'd just be a case of they'll do sort of thing. Casual I would be if that was the case. So no, I don't. Right, have a fantastic week of your own, guys. We'll speak later in the week for the game week stream Friday night. Take it easy. Don't forget who loves you. Me, Livesey Lovesit.